Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in the Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about the cyber bullies and feeding the trolls. This week's topic comes from our very own Angel, who writes, "Have we ever done a topic on cyberbullying? It isn't necessarily a pagan issue alone, but it is something we face a lot. It isn't really a fun topic, so no one might be interested in doing it, but there are a lot of people out there that start channels and then stop because of it, or are afraid to even start because of it." Like I said, this is an issue of feeding the trolls. Whether or not you do it, whether or not you're a part of it. If you're starting on YouTube or are just starting your practice, don't let the trolls bother you. Don't feed them. I can say from personal experience, I have fed a troll here and there, and then I stopped. I actually celebrated whenever I got my first hater on my channel. I posted a video, it was July 3rd, 2011. So, yes, I even said in that video that, I welcome, this person to private message me and not plaster it all over my channel. But they never did. Usually it's because they want to see what type of reaction they get from you, or they want you to feed into their negativity by leaving a comment. Since my channel is about the respect for one another and even opposing views, respecting those, I don't feed into the trolls. I delete comments, I block people from leaving comments on my channel if it's a repeat offense. I've done it on the Pagan Perspective whenever we have an issue with somebody leaving a negative comment. We take a picture of it, we put it on the host Facebook page, and we tell them, I'm deleting this comment because of this, this, and this. Or I'm blocking this person because this is not the first time they've done it, and it's really becoming an issue for me. So, even on the Pagan Perspective, I've had those haters. And the best way to deal with them is to delete and block. So, for me, I don't really have that issue as much anymore. I do encourage people who don't have the same view as me, leaving comments, maybe to explain where they're coming from in a respectful manner. And that doesn't mean that I will end up siding with them or changing my viewpoints in any way. It's just that I can understand where you're coming from, as long as if it's done in a respectful manner. So as far as feeding the trolls, don't do it. For those of you who are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, just go ahead and do it. For one, we need more people out there that are in a positive aspect, portraying the pagan, witchy community in general. I'll say this about the pagan YouTube community, is it used to be filled with a lot of really positive people doing some amazing things, putting some amazing videos out there that have since stopped for one reason or another. Sometimes it's because of the bullying, sometimes it's because of other life stuff that they just have going on. So we have seen some of the old great videos go off of YouTube, or these people just completely removing themselves from YouTube. So if you're thinking about making videos, go ahead and do it. You're gonna have people out there that disagree with you, and that's okay. It's not something to be taken offense to unless they come at you with a disrespecting way. So for me, if you're going to do videos, as long as if they're respectfully done, and if you're making a video response to somebody, as long as if it's respectfully done as, hey, I disagree with you and it's for these points, but I do recognize your ability to disagree with me in a respectful manner. Something along those lines. Like I said, my channel is based on respect. I respect you, you respect me. If we don't agree with something, that's okay. And like I said, the same thing goes for the comments that are left below here. As long as if you're in a respectful manner, it's all good. If you're already making videos and you're thinking about leaving YouTube because of the negative comments and such, then what I would say is, if it's really becoming a big issue for you, then you got to do what you got to do to protect yourself. If it's just a minor annoyance for you and you just really don't want to deal with it, block, delete, do what you need to do to get those people out of your life. That's basically the best advice that I can give. I can tell you right now that I have met some amazing people through YouTube. And I have probably the same 5 people that always comment on my videos, that always have something to say, whether it's positive, negative, or just that they can relate to me. One of those people is Annie, who used to be on the Pagan Perspective. She comments on my videos from time to time, and sometimes we disagree on stuff, and that's fine. Whenever I first came into my practice, I was calling myself a Christian Wiccan, and she's like, well, it's not exactly Wicca the way I see it, but it's your own take on it, and that's fantastic. And she has really been a huge support for me, whether she realizes it or not, a real support in how I developed my practice. And even though I'm no longer calling myself a Christian Wiccan, I do call myself a Christo-Pagan, and she has been one of those people that have continuously been helpful in my practice. Whether it just be, hey, I need some advice on this, or I would like to know a little bit more about this. She has been one of those people that are a continual support. Another person that constantly comments on my videos is Claire, and I know she's probably watching this right now, and I know she's probably going to end up commenting. She's one of those people that she comments and she's just a burst of positive energy every time that her and I talk to one another, either it be online, through YouTube or through Facebook, whatnot. So I have those people that constantly contact me either through YouTube or Facebook, if we're friends on Facebook and whatnot. I have those people that constantly comment or constantly interact with me, that we have that connection. And I'll tell you this, that the positive aspects, the positive people out there that have commented on my video greatly outweigh the negative comments or the trolls out there that have sat there and told me time and time again that you cannot be Christian and pagan, or, you know, whatever else, that you can't do this. I've had those comments from both Christians and pagans, especially on YouTube. I've had one person in real life that I met at a Renaissance fair that told me that, you know, that's not Wicca, or that's not paganism as I know it, and you can't be doing that, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? Your practice is not my practice. So, yeah, if you don't agree with me, sorry. And we parted ways. And that's fine. It's fine to just walk away from a situation that doesn't agree with you. It's sometimes harder than in other times. I know that even offline, I've had friends that have supported me through my practice. One of them is my friend Carol, who I've spoke about at least on my personal channel, probably on this channel too. She used to own the witchy shop, and she was pagan, and I was just coming into my practice, and we would have long discussions on, you know, is my practice valid? Is it something that is a thing? Or can I do this? And she has always been a rock, a support of, hey, you got this. You make it your own, whether somebody tells you that it's invalid or not. You make it your own. You do what you have to do for you. So she has really been a rock for me. And there's been plenty of other people that have supported me in my practice, just either validating that my beliefs are okay to have, or that have been like, okay, it's not how I see my relationship to deity, but you have your relationship to deity, and that's okay the way that you have it. So I've had those positive people. And I'll tell you this, with making videos, that sometimes you get trolls, but more often than not, you're going to get somebody out there that if they know that your basis is respect, they will respect you and your belief. Your practice, your personal cosmology is something that is intensely personal. Sometimes the people in the pagan community are a lot more harsh of each other than people outside the pagan community. And I don't really understand that at all. You have a community here that is accepting of LGBTQ plus people. You have a community that is supportive of male, female, asexual, or agender rather, people. You have people that are just vying for the human rights, the basic human rights, and you have people that are vying for the animal rights out there, but yet they continuously try to beat each other down to make themselves feel more valid, I guess. I really don't understand how there's so much animosity in the pagan community. So I really don't understand that. Whenever I don't agree with somebody, I usually do that in my head, and I don't even leave comments on videos that I don't agree with most times, especially if my comment is like, how could you ever even say something like this? If it's something like that, I usually keep it to myself because they've already wasted my time with their video. They're not going to waste any more of my time by me having to make a comment. I just don't give them that power. And that's just me. I know that there's probably some other people out there that do the same thing, and that'd be awesome if you share that down in the comments, and also in a respectful way, because like I said, sometimes I do go through the comments and there are times I have to delete people even on Pagan Perspective. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I have. If you have trolls in your life that are causing you havoc, deal with them. Like I said, you can delete, you can block, you have that power. YouTube no longer does the video response notification whenever somebody makes a video response. I'll tell you this, I don't think I've ever seen a negative video response for anything that I've put out there. It's not something that I see. And if somebody's made a negative video towards me, they don't put it in the comments, so I never see it. So if somebody's talking behind my back, I don't know about it. And quite frankly, I don't care. Again, if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, do it. We definitely need more positive people out there. If you're just starting out and you're worried about people finding out who you really are, here's the thing. You don't have to use your real name. You don't even have to use your actual email address that you use for personal. I, for the first probably 6 months of putting videos on YouTube, never even said my first name. For the rest of the time, I've never said my last name. Now, that's not to say that you can't figure out who I am. I'm not exactly completely guarded about who I am, but it's not something that I need to share with everybody, and I think a lot of people actually respect that. But if somebody needs to figure out who I am, they definitely could, and that's on them. But if it ends up escalating beyond that, where it's a stalker issue, then I will take legal action. I'm not afraid of taking legal action whenever it's needed. That is what the legal system is there for. So, yeah, that's basically all that I have. Not a fun topic. I have already pre-recorded the topics for the rest of the month, so those ones will hopefully be a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more informative. I don't think I have as much to bring to this topic as other people on the channel might have, especially whenever it comes to being really involved. There's a lot of times that I don't really comment on videos, or I don't watch certain people just because we don't connect, or that I don't even know they exist. So I think some of the other hosts might have some more perspectives on some of the cyberbullying out there. And as far as me, I don't tolerate it. So I think that's all that I have. I am going to be posting a video of the same genre on my personal channel that is going to be kind of explicit. So if you want to check that out, you can go over to my personal channel. The link is in the bottom bar. I will warn you that there will be some anger. And if it's not posted by the time this is posted, it's going to be posted shortly after this. I just have to sit down and record it. So it's basically all that I have for this week. Until next week, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.